This is MikeBot. I'm going to be doing a video today on which Bambu Lab printer to choose or to buy. So I currently have 4 Bambu printers and 5 AMS units. I have the Bambu X1C combo, I have the P1S, and I have 2 Bambu P1Ps that have been fully upgraded, basically making them P1Ss. So therefore you can say 3 P1S printers and an X1C, as well as 5 AMS units, 2 on the X1C, 1 on each of the P1S printers. So the question I see asked the most these days is, I don't know which printer to buy. Which Bambu printer should I go with? We all know Bambu is the market leader right now in speed, ease of use, and all that. But which one should I buy? So that's what this video is going to be about. So let's start by going to their selection. As we can see, the Bambu Lab printer selection grows every year. This year they've added the P1S, they added the A1 Mini, and now most recently the A1. So I'm in Canada, so I'm going to go ahead and change this to Canadian pricing. And as you can see, they're not cheap. But when you look at Creality, before Creality lost the crown, they had pretty expensive printers as well. Like the Ender 5 Pro, I think I remember paying $600 or $700 for it. And that was not even 2 years ago. Crazy amount of money for such a cheap printer that required thousands of dollars of replacement parts and issue after issue. And anyway, it was a nightmare. So I'm so happy Bambu came out with good printers. Then you have Anchor Make, Bedslinger King, or if you can even call them a king. Their printers are subpar in my opinion. I've owned 2 Anchor Make M5s and I hated every minute of it. I actually preferred my Ender 5 Pro over the Anchor Make printers. Then you have Prusa, Crybaby, always complains Bambu is this and that, I don't like them. Prusa is better, get Prusa, they copied me, blah blah. Shut up, Joseph. Nobody cares. Anyway, so let's say you're brand new to 3D printing, you've never touched a 3D printer in your life, you don't know where to begin. That's where this A1 Mini and A1 come in. So what's the difference between the two of these? Bed size. That's pretty much it. So let's start with the A1 Mini. You have a 180 cubed bed on this, and it comes with the AMS light. So with the A1 series, you're limited to the AMS light and 4 colors only. It's not expandable. Beauty of this printer, you pull it out of the box. I think it's basically fully assembled, and they've made maintenance on this thing easy. You just take out the front cover here, pull out the nozzle, pop in a new one. Nice and simple for all the beginners out there. Price tag of the A1 Mini, $389 Canadian, which is pretty good. The accessories or maintenance parts aren't too expensive either. You can get them discounted if you buy the A1 Mini. The only issue with the A1 Mini is the lead time. It's far. I guess they're selling pretty quick, or this one's still under pre-order, but if you go to the combo, this was not pre-order not that long ago, so I'm surprised it's under pre-order again. Anyway, with the AMS light, add a little bit more money, you get color printing, simple, easy to go with. Let's say you don't want a small bed, that's where this A1 comes in. Ready to go out of the box, simple, easy to use, simple nozzle changes, again limited to 4 colors with the AMS light. They've now added the ability to mount the AMS light on top here, so you can free up some space width-wise. Again, accessories are very cheap for this thing. Not too expensive. You get the 256 cube build volume. So now if you ever get a P1S or an X1 series, or a P1 series I should say, you can use the same sheets across all the printers. You're still kind of different nozzles on both printers. So if you're trying to get compatibility between all your printers, you need to choose. You want to go the Bedslinger way or the fully enclosed way. In my opinion, the bed slingers are for extreme beginners and people that don't want to print any exotic materials. So with the A1 series, I don't think you can do carbon fiber. You can't do any. I can't remember off the top of my head, but I know you can do the basics like PETG, PLA, and TPU. But that's basically it. Note you can't use the TPU on the AMS units. That's across all the printers. The material's too soft to go through all that PTFE tubing. So other than that, the A1 series offer you their active flow rate compensation. I believe the X1 does that. I don't think the P1 series do that. It's fully calibrated. All of their printers are fully calibrated, ready to go. No leveling, no headaches. But you get the added quick swap nozzle on the A1 series, which is perfect for beginners. The active motor noise cancelling is specific to the A1 series. I know Bambu just released an update for the X1C. It does reduce the noise a little bit, which is nice, but I didn't have an issue with the noise to begin with. So with the A1 series, they're both Core XY. A great stable structure, nice printers to go with. So both the A1 Mini and the A1 give you a 300 degrees Celsius hot end. Something Anchor Make failed to do from the start. The A1 Mini is limited to 80 degrees Celsius for the build plate, while the A1 gives you 100 degrees Celsius. Both printers are 500 MMS. And the material, this is what I was talking about with the limitations. You can't do ABS, ASA, polycarbonate, PA, and PET, or any reinforced plastic. That's where you need to get the bigger printer, but most people don't print with these, especially for home use. Both of them come with a low frame rate camera. The camera sucks. The only nice camera is on the X1, so consider getting yourself a third-party camera. The filament runout sensor, that's with the AMS units. As long as you have an AMS, you have that. Same with the filament odometer. Same with power loss recovery, that's across all their printers. But the filament tangle sensor, that's specific to the A1 series. So anyway, in short, A1 series, perfect beginner printer, not for advanced users, although advanced users can use it. In my case, for example, I've been doing 3D printing for a few years now. I may get the A1 Mini, but I'm getting it specifically to print accessories or keychains, and it's a supplementary printer. It's not to assist with all my heavy-duty printings. I'm still on the fence on whether I want to go down the bed slinger route again. But overall, not bad if you're a beginner. It's priced very aggressively, easy to use, out of the box, simple. Now, if you're more of an advanced user or a beginner but want to have the ability to do everything, that's where the P1 series comes in. The P1P, it's a bare bones printer. You will eventually upgrade everything on this. You don't even have an auxiliary fan on here. So if you're looking budget-wise and you want to print your own enclosure, the P1P is great. But if you want everything just done for you and installed, including the control board fan, auxiliary fan, all the panels, the glass top, the front door, and everything, the P1S is just an all-in-one ready-to-go package. All the P1 series can do 16 colors because they use the full AMS unit, and the AMS unit is fully expandable. Just gonna pull up the AMS unit here. So this is the full-on AMS unit, and you can expand it with 3 more, making a total of 16 colors. This is a much heavier duty unit. Note, you can build your own AMS unit because they sell all the parts for maybe $200 cheaper. So if you really don't want to pay $450, consider building your own. So with the P1 series, there is a bit of assembly when you get it. Check out my videos on how to assemble them out of the box. Very simple to do. It'll take you 15 minutes at most. The P1S also has the chain link and the heavy duty tool head cable. I don't think it has the hardened extruder, but you can get that for I think $25 anyway. Hardened extruder gear. They both do 500 MMS. They're both Core XY. Great printers. So if you're planning to print with exotic materials, consider the P1 over the A1 series. Otherwise, they all have all the stuff I mentioned earlier. Power loss recovery, filament runout sensor, semi-automatic belt tensioning. All the necessary stuff to get you going. So here's a good comparison between the P1P and P1S. So I ended up upgrading my control board fan and everything basically you see here in green on my P1Ps. It cost a fortune. I wish the P1S would have come out sooner before I had bought 2 P1Ps. But in my opinion, don't waste your money and get the P1P. Just spend the extra money, go P1S. You're going to have to eventually upgrade to the control board fan at some point. The chamber fan, not really necessary, but nice to have. Auxiliary fan is a must. The carbon filter is important if you're printing with exotic material like PA, PC, carbon fiber and all that. Especially ASA and ABS, you will need that filter. So in my opinion, beginners, look into the A1 series. Beginners with the ability to expand, P1S. Don't even look at the P1P. And now for the users that are looking for a full hands-off, ready-to-go experience that can do everything, that's where the X1 comes in. So the X1, you can tell right off the bat, it's got a bigger touch screen. The P1 doesn't have a touch screen. This screen is laggy and shitty. This screen is significantly better. The Wi-Fi on the X1 series is much faster, much more stable, much better than the P1. The camera in here is phenomenal. It works. But most importantly, you're getting a LiDAR with the X1. That has saved a lot of prints and a lot of headaches. You also get the dual auto bed leveling with this. It's all metal exterior. It's a solid beast, but she's an expensive one. This is basically the printer that made Bambu. I won't talk too much about the X1, but I just gave you a rundown between the differences, the major differences. So mention it again. Between the P1 series, the P1S specifically, and the X1, the major differences are the metal shell, the screen, which is huge, the Wi-Fi, which is huge, the LiDAR, which is the biggest selling point, and it's just a much more powerful printer altogether. Speed-wise, it's the same. Quality-wise, it's the same. It's just all the little things add up and they make a difference, but not everyone can afford it. P1S is still a great printer. They both do the exact same thing, just one makes life a little bit easier, being the X1 Carbon, of course. Now, as far as price goes, you're going to see right here, I'll go Canadian again just to... You're getting an X1, it's $15.49. It's gone up in price quite a bit, actually, since I bought it. The P1S is $8.99. When I bought my P1Ps, they were $8.99. Then all the add-ons, I got ripped off. They actually used to not install the chamber camera or LED light. Now it's standard across the 3 printers. So price-wise, do you want to pay double the money for the X1? If it's in your budget, go for it. If it's not, the biggest thing you're missing out on is the LiDAR. You can work with no touch screen. You can work with the slow Wi-Fi. But the LiDAR is basically, you got to consider, is it worth spending the extra $600, $700, $800 with tax for a LiDAR and the ability to do everything hands off, or do you just want to buy 2 P1Ss for the cost of one X1? And then for the absolute beginners, the A1 at $519 is pretty good price. The A1 Mini is a phenomenal price at $389. Great printers. Everyone has a use. Every printer has its own use case. If you want to be able to expand down the road and don't want to limit yourself, just go for the P1S. If you don't care about doing all the exotic materials and the enclosure does make a big difference for PETG, by the way, then go with the A1 series. So is it worth it to go with the A1 over P1S? Depends on your budget. If money's not an issue, P1S all the way. If money is really not an issue at all, X1C, of course. If you're looking to add to your farm and you don't want to spend $900, A1 Mini or A1 are priced well. So in my case, I already have a mini print farm with 4 printers. I might add the A1 Mini just because of the low cost. Anyway, if you have any questions or comments, feel free to leave them below. I respond to everything. I do my best. I like to build a relationship with my community and my subscribers. So always feel free to leave messages and I will get back to you. Last thing I will add is accessories. I'm not going to go through the P1 accessories or X1. I've done videos on that already. But we'll just go through the A1 accessories. Again, if money is an issue, A1 is the way to go. The accessories are significantly cheaper. It's not even a comparison. You get 3 hot ends here for $52. The filament cutters are cheaper. Everything is cheaper with the A1. So overall, the A1 just has cheaper accessories price-wise. That's another reason you might want to go A1. Maybe you're limited by a budget. That's what the A1's for. I did hear that Bambu has an X2 potentially coming out next May. The X2 was supposed to be a 380 cubed bed. Keep your eye out on that. As the rumors start spreading, I'll try to update you guys. Maybe not. I don't know. I don't want to get myself in trouble with Bambu. But if you're looking for a bigger bed, I know Bambu has that in the works. And that's it for today's video. Once again, if you haven't subscribed to my channel, please hit that subscribe button. It's greatly appreciated. It helps out a lot more than you think. Questions or comments, leave them below. Thank you all for watching today. MikeBot out.